History doesn't repeat, but financial patterns do. And what's happening right now looks exactly like every major economic power shift in history, because the quiet rise of Mexico and the silent decline of China is already reshaping global markets, supply chains, and the future of money. Mexico's outperforming China. How's this happening? For over 40 years, China held the position of global manufacturing kingpin. But in recent years, this kingpin's status got gradually shaken by the rise of several potential challengers, Mexico. Global manufacturers now view Mexico as a leading alternative to replace disrupted supply chains from China. Thanks to advantages like its young workforce, reasonable production costs, and strategic location near the United States, the country's steadily replacing China in numerous sectors. It's not a dramatic takeover. Mexico's quietly gaining ground through smart and innovative moves. What enabled Mexico to achieve this, and what opportunities and challenges will this North American nation face ahead? Let's explore. Located in East Asia, China has a long and rich history, standing as one of the most remarkable ancient civilizations with an impressive transformation. Since its establishment in 1949 under Communist Party leadership, the nation underwent dramatic changes, particularly after initiating economic reforms in the late 1970s under Deng Xiaoping's leadership. Over the past decades, China experienced rapid growth, transitioning from an agrarian economy to one that's industrialized and modernized. Becoming the world's second-largest economy after the United States, the country excelled in manufacturing, exports, and technology, while also exerting significant global influence politically, economically, and militarily. The period from 2013 to 2022 marked a major leap for China in expanding its economy. The country's GDP soared from $9.62 trillion to $16.325 trillion, achieving an average annual growth rate of about 6.6%. Quite the feat. Especially amidst global economic fluctuations, policies focused on infrastructure investment, boosting production, and structural reforms helped China maintain steady growth momentum. Projections suggest that by 2024, the nation's GDP will surpass $18.08 trillion, further solidifying its position as a leading global economic powerhouse. China's success isn't just about expanding GDP, it's clearly reflected in its shift toward a digital economy. In 2022, the digital economy's share of the country's GDP reached 41.5%, with a growth rate of 10.1%. Remarkable growth compared to many other nations. This resulted from a focused strategy on technology and innovation, which propelled China to become a world leader in tech. Notable achievements in e-commerce, artificial intelligence, and financial technology helped the nation maintain its competitive edge and attract foreign investment. China's e-commerce sector is a prime example of digital economy power. Major corporations like Alibaba and Tencent not only dominate the domestic market but have also expanded globally, creating tight-knit networks between businesses and consumers. Meanwhile, artificial intelligence receives special attention from both government and Chinese businesses, with billions being invested in areas like automation, facial recognition, and natural language processing. This not only boosts labor productivity, but also helps China compete directly with tech giants like the United States. China gradually became the symbol of global low-cost manufacturing with its massive workforce and open-door investment policies. From special economic zones like Shenzhen, China quickly transformed into a global industrial hub. They moved beyond the stigma of producing low-quality goods by investing heavily in infrastructure, education, and technology transfer. These steps not only boosted productivity, but also helped China become a leading supplier in sectors such as technology, electronics, and automotive. Over time, labor costs in China rose, prompting many companies to explore alternatives. Additionally, escalating geopolitical tensions between China and the West, particularly in technology and trade, made businesses concerned about long-term stability. The COVID-19 pandemic was the final straw. Strict lockdowns paralyzed global supply chains, causing bottlenecks at major ports like Shanghai and Guangzhou. Many businesses faced order delays and significantly increased logistics costs. This spurred the China Plus One strategy, diversifying production outside China to mitigate risks. In that context, pioneers were compelled to seek alternative solutions. Mexico quickly emerged as an attractive option, not only due to its geographical proximity to the United States, but also because of its flexible economic policies and labor advantages. Another factor making Mexico appealing is its ability to quickly adapt to modern manufacturing demands. While China faces pressure to reform environmental practices and adjust policies to reduce industrial pollution, Mexico demonstrates potential for sustainable development by integrating environmentally friendly technologies into core manufacturing sectors. Mexico boasts a young, affordable, and skilled workforce particularly well-suited for high-tech industries such as automotive, electronics, and consumer goods. The skills and productivity here not only meet but often exceed expectations of many multinational corporations. Numerous manufacturing regions in Mexico combine modern technology with exquisite craftsmanship, producing high-quality goods while keeping costs reasonable. Mexico's geographical proximity to the U.S. offers significant advantages in reducing logistics costs and shortening delivery times, especially important in the context of rapidly changing consumer demand. With shipping times of just a few days, companies can maintain low inventory levels and optimize supply chains. Furthermore, Mexico benefits from free trade agreements like the USMCA, which give the country easy access to global markets without trade barriers. Regions like Monterrey and Guadalajara are becoming new manufacturing hubs, attracting waves of major investors. Notably, companies like General Motors and Ford demonstrated the effectiveness of shifting production lines to Mexico, capitalizing on its strategic location to build more flexible and sustainable supply chains. These shifts not only enable businesses to reduce costs, but also open opportunities for Mexico to become a new industrial hub in the region. Compared to China, Mexico offers not only a viable but also a promising alternative, marking a shift in how global corporations shape their manufacturing strategies for the future. With a combination of human resources, geographical advantages, and favorable economic policies, Mexico writes a new chapter for the global industrial landscape. The trend of shifting production from distant countries to locations closer to consumer markets is becoming a crucial strategy for many businesses, especially amid trade tensions and supply chain disruptions. Mexico, with its strategic geographical position bordering the United States, emerges as an ideal destination for this strategy. Thanks to its proximity, shipping times from Mexico to the U.S. are just a few days by road, whereas Asian countries such as China face challenges of longer transit times and higher costs. Moreover, the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA, provides significant tariff advantages, allowing goods manufactured in Mexico to enter the U.S. quickly and at lower costs. Mexico also boasts considerably lower labor costs compared to developed countries, creating a favorable environment for businesses looking to save on production costs while maintaining quality. Additionally, Mexico has robust industrial infrastructure with modern industrial parks, along with a developed logistics system making it easy for companies to transport materials and products. The Mexican government also offers tax incentives and investment support policies, making it attractive for international companies. Approximately 450 multinational corporations are expected to relocate their operations from various regions worldwide to Mexico within the next 2 years, thanks to this trend turning the Latin American nation into the largest manufacturing hub in the region. Research indicated that the number of international investors seeking opportunities in Mexico is projected to increase by 9.1% between 2023 and 2025. With these outstanding advantages, Mexico increasingly becomes a top choice for nearshoring strategies, helping businesses save costs, time, and optimize production processes. China is renowned for mass production capabilities, but this comes with a reputation for inconsistent quality. For instance, generic no-name electronics like cheap wireless earbuds often suffer from poor battery life or subpar audio quality. Fake handbags mimicking brands like Louis Vuitton or Gucci, although superficially similar to the real thing, tend to be made with inferior materials that quickly fall apart after just a few uses. Similarly, knockoff sneakers from major brands like Nike or Adidas often have soles that wear down easily, leaving consumers disappointed after only a short period. In contrast, made in Mexico, goods are gradually building a reputation for high quality thanks to a blend of modern technology and skilled craftsmanship. Take the automotive industry as an example. Cars produced in Mexico from brands like Volkswagen or Nissan not only meet strict technical standards but also provide a sense of attention to detail, making them more appealing to international consumers, especially in the US and Europe. Not just cars, Mexico's textile industry is also rising strongly. Global fashion designers increasingly favor fabrics and garments from Mexico for their craftsmanship in every stitch. A handcrafted silk dress from Oaxaca or a pair of high-end leather shoes from Lyon can make any fashion enthusiast swoon. Compared to mass-produced items from China, Mexican products offer a unique and personalized touch. Not just cars, Mexico's textile industry is also rising strongly. Global fashion designers increasingly favor fabrics and garments from Mexico for their craftsmanship in every stitch. A handcrafted silk dress from Oaxaca or a pair of high-end leather shoes from Lyon can make any fashion enthusiast swoon. Compared to mass-produced items from China, Mexican products offer a unique and personalized touch. The fun part, tacos have no limits. You can add any ingredients you like. Beef, chicken, fish, or even insects like roasted grasshoppers. Meanwhile, dim sum is limited to small, neatly served dishes, often found in traditional dim sum restaurants. This makes tacos more flexible and accessible to youth who are always on the lookout for novelty and convenience. Moreover, tacos symbolize a culture of sharing. In Mexico, no party is complete without tacos. In contrast, dim sum is usually served on special occasions and tends to be more formal. This difference helps tacos spread easily around the world, from casual eateries to upscale restaurants. While China can be hard to approach in the race to build a national image on the international stage, Mexico demonstrates a more skillful approach with its soft and friendly diplomatic style. You might catch glimpses of Mexican leaders participating in international events with bright smiles and open arms. They're not shy about sharing a shot of tequila or joining in traditional dances as a way to bond. China, on the other hand, often faces criticism for its wolf warrior diplomacy tough and sometimes contentious. This made many countries wary of collaborating with China, especially on sensitive issues like the South China Sea or trade. Additionally, Mexico scores points for its active participation in international organizations such as the United Nations and the World Trade Organization, WTO. They consistently appear in a role of mediation and construction rather than imposing their views. This helps Mexico become a reliable and likable partner in the eyes of the international community. Unlike the Chinese community in the U.S., which often focuses on science and technology fields, the Mexican community is present in nearly every sector, from economics to culture. They're chefs, artists, engineers, and even politicians. Cinco de Mayo, the holiday celebrating Mexico's victory over France, became one of the largest events in the U.S., showcasing the powerful influence of Mexican culture within American society. Hollywood films also can't escape featuring characters or settings rich in Mexican flavor, from gunmen in westerns to vibrant festivals in the animated film Coco. This community not only serves as a bridge between the two countries, but also makes significant contributions to the U.S. economy through industries such as construction, agriculture, and services that China cannot compare to in terms of cultural and social influence. If China were the world's tech factory, Mexico would gradually become a new center of innovation. The city of Guadalajara, dubbed the Silicon Valley of Mexico, is now home to a plethora of tech companies and startups. Names like Intel, IBM, and HP have heavily invested here, not just to take advantage of lower costs, but also to tap into the potential of a young, creative, and enthusiastic workforce. Mexico isn't just stopping at hardware manufacturing, it's also making significant strides in software, artificial intelligence, and blockchain. While China is often labeled as a copycat, Mexico is creating unique tech solutions that address specific issues from transportation to healthcare. Domestic ride-hailing apps like Didi Mexico and mobile payment platforms are gradually taking over the market. Beyond its dreamy beaches and vast primal forests, Mexico stands out for its robust environmental policies. The Mexican government implemented numerous initiatives to reduce emissions and encourage adoption of renewable energy sources. Mexico increasingly steps into a role previously held by China in certain aspects, not only due to green strategies but also tangible benefits derived from clean energy. For instance, solar power plants in Sonora not only deliver stable energy supply but also significantly reduce CO2 emissions, leading to improved air quality for residents. In Oaxaca, wind farms generate sustainable power and create jobs for local communities while protecting the natural ecosystem. Meanwhile, major Chinese cities like Beijing and Shanghai continue grappling with thick smog, which directly impacts public health and overall quality of life. Polluted air isn't just leading to a spike in respiratory illnesses. What sets Mexico apart is that it demonstrated environmental protection isn't just a responsibility, it's also an economic opportunity. By developing green industries, they're not only boosting public health but also attracting international investment and fueling ecotourism. This positions Mexico as a more viable and appealing model for building a sustainable future. One of the key factors helping Mexico outshine China is the demographic difference. While China faces the pressing issue of a rapidly aging population, Mexico is enjoying a golden age of its workforce. With over 50% of its population under 35-30, Mexico not only has a large consumer market, but also a young, dynamic, and creative labor force. Remember, back in 2015, when China grappled with a sharp decline in birth rates due to a decades-long one-child policy, leading to a significant drop in its young workforce. Meanwhile, in Mexico, the youthful population not only fuels economic growth but also opens vast opportunities for technology, manufacturing, and services. Young people in Mexico possess high creativity and adaptability, creating a fertile environment for startups and innovative initiatives. At a time when China is burdened with caring for an aging generation, Mexico is gearing up for solid advancements in the future. Thanks to its healthy and energetic young population, they're the future of the economy and they're leading the global race. The lifestyle of Mexicans is a perfect blend of work and play. Whether it's a grueling morning at the office or a lively evening dining with friends, Mexicans know how to live life to the fullest. Festivals are an indispensable part of Mexican culture. From traditional celebrations like Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, to vibrant parades during carnival or passionate soccer matches, one thing very few countries can do like Mexico: they turn ordinary moments into a festival. The people of Mexico don't hesitate to eat, dance, and savor every second, regardless of day or night. Street tacos, bars filled with the sounds of mariachi music, or simply an afternoon stroll with family can all become priceless joys. In contrast, the lifestyle in China tends to be more austere. Despite rapid economic growth, the pressure of work and fast-paced life often lead many citizens to lose balance between work and enjoyment. With heavy workloads and high societal expectations, it's not always easy for the Chinese to find joy in their daily lives. Meanwhile, Mexico embodies the philosophy of siesta fiesta, meaning to work hard while enjoying life. Mexicans understand that joy comes not only from achievements, but also from the simple moments of everyday life. Mexicans can teach the world, work, contribute, and live life to the fullest. Amid the challenges facing China, a new wave is rising strongly from an equally special country. With advantages in demographics, culture, and flexibility in development strategies, this nation is proving that strength comes not only from expansion, but also from adaptability and creativity. The rise of Mexico isn't just an economic competition, it's a testament that there is no fixed formula for success. Every country, big or small, can make its mark if it knows how to leverage its unique values, and Mexico is doing so with great confidence.